Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I am again back with another telescope video. And in this video I am going to talk about my experience of stargazing with help of this telescope, which is Star Tracker 114/900 mm equatorial mount. Along with that, I am also going to share my experience on the amateur astrophotography. So after a very long rainy season, nowadays sky is observed to be clear with very less cloud. So I thought to give it a try to observe the closest and the easiest object in our sky, the moon. Basically, the moon is the most easiest object to observe in the night sky due to its size and its illumination and its variation over the period of 15 to 13 days as moon goes into the different stages and the phases of the period of 1 month. So while you are doing your observation onto the sky object, you can learn how to move your equatorial mount while tracking the object, and as the moon is the closest and very bright object in the deep sky, so you can track your equatorial mount and understand that how we can use the equatorial mount to track our object. And with respect to the astrophotography, moons give us an opportunity that how to control all the features of our camera and the functions of our camera and get used to with the lighting condition at the night to do the astrophotography. That is the how much aperture we need to set, how is the f-stop number, and how the exposure compensation need to be used, along with the shutter speed and all other features which we have in the DSLR camera. So basically I have brought this telescope to explore the astrophotography as a primary object, but later I understand that this telescope is not meant for astrophotography as a primary mean, but it has the primary function as the observation, the deep sky observation, and you can also explore the astrophotography aspect with help of the functions it gives. Along with this telescope, I have also purchased with the DSLR T-ring, which can be connected to the eyepiece assembly like this, and you just need to replace your DSLR lens, the basic lens, and you just need to replace that lens with this T-ring, and you can directly connect your DSLR onto this eyepiece assembly. But while doing the photography, I observed that just connecting a DSLR to directly to this T-ring does not give us the expected result. Why? The reason behind is that there is no focus lens to focus the object which is being captured by this telescope onto this primary mirror of this camera. But later, while doing so, only connecting this T-ring onto the eyepiece assembly and directly connecting your camera onto this assembly is not enough to have the good footage of the deep sky object, because this assembly does not have any lens, and you have already removed your lens from your camera and you are connecting this T-ring directly, so there is no focus available which you can achieve with help of your basic lens onto your camera. So after I understand that, I have been searching for the options onto the internet and on the available video on the YouTube, and then I come to know that there are two possibilities to do that. Is either I can move this my primary mirror which is onto the telescope to the 1/3 of this capacity, that is 900 is the total focal length. So I need to align that mirror onto the 1/3 of the focal length, and that option I thought is not a good option, as I was not efficient enough to dismount that mirror onto the telescopic tube and then mount it at the 1/3 of its capacity. So I thought to give up that possibility, and the another option I got from the internet is that I need to purchase an extension rod for this eyepiece mount, so that my camera can focus directly onto the secondary mirror without any further magnification or without any blur effect onto the object which has been covered by telescope itself. But these two objects or these two options are not available with me. So what I thought is that I have a 2x Barlow lens. So this Barlow lens I can connect with my T-ring, and this T-ring is can be inserted directly into my eyepiece assembly. So this Barlow lens is actually having a focus lens onto that Barlow, will give me the 2x magnification when I see the object from this eyepiece. But the problem is that my camera is not a full frame camera, is a crop sensor camera, so that whatever the object which has been magnified by that Barlow and the T-ring, that object was not getting composite onto the screen length or the crop sensor which is being functional on my DSLR camera, that I have a D5100 Nikon DSLR, which is not suffice enough to get that full image of the moon into a single frame while I directly connect that camera onto my eyepiece assembly. So another option is there. While you are doing that, you either can connect this directly 25 mm eyepiece assembly instead of this ring and this Barlow lens, and then you go for this phone assembly mount, which is used to capture the photograph directly with your mobile from your telescopic lens. So it will somehow mount and align with respect to the lens itself, and you just can capture the images. But that also option I had not with me, so I had come across with another option. So I have two tripods. One tripod is this one, and another is my DSLR, which currently is being used. So I used to align these two DSLR tripod, like one tripod from the telescope and one tripod from the DSLR, and I used to align my DSLR along with this 25 mm eyepiece along with this telescope at the time when I capture the celestial object, that is the moon, and then I used to capture the images onto my DSLR. So that option is very inefficient option and also not viable, as each time the moon moves across its axis you need to realign your telescope and your DSLR mounting, which are separated from each other on a separate mount, and then you need to stabilize that and you need to click those pictures whichever you need to click. And why I was using the tripod, that while initially I tried to capture some images directly focusing onto the eyepiece assembly with help of my mobile or with help of my DSLR, a little slight touch to the tripod or touch to the telescope tube itself, creating a very high vibration, because the object which has been magnified by this telescope is very sensitive to be focused via this telescope, as it does not have any focus motors or focus lenses. So it is a manual focus. So in case you slightly touch onto the eyepiece assembly or to the tripod or to the tube itself, the image used to get blurred. So that option I later day understand that rather than going on the two separate mount, that is one for the DSLR mount and one for the tripod mount, I initially do that for couple of days, and then I click some picture. Although it got me a good clarity of picture, as there was no shaking, as these two tripod are separated from each other, and I just can click on to my DSLR remote release button by just using the app which is available in my phone, and using the infrared remote control to press the release button of this camera. So yes, it does help me to stabilize the image. Once both my DSLR and telescope used to get stable, I need to click the images, as many images as possible, because over the period of time, if I lose 2-3 minutes, then moon is going to move away from its axis, and then I need to again realign those camera as well as my telescope mount. So that option later day I skipped, and I learned to how to stabilize my camera by hand holding it and then directly focusing my camera onto this eyepiece assembly and clicking the picture with help of my 25 mm eyepiece itself, and then my DSLR kit lens, which is 18 by 55 mm kit lens I have. With that option also I got enough clear result for the captures of the moon images which I did along the time. The only thing I observed that you just need to have your hand stable while you are clicking your button, that while clicking onto the pictures of the moon while you are observing from this telescope, you just need to control your breaths, like inhaling your you just need to control your breath, like while pressing your release button onto your camera, so that you just not disturb the vibration, or you just does not disturb the focus of the camera while clicking the picture. So while doing it or while practicing is so much of time, I just got to used to with that idea of clicking the picture. So it is very temporary solution I have, as along the time I will try to get some another assembly for capturing the unmagnified images which could fit the moon onto my DSLR crop sensor perfectly in a round shape. So it will not go beyond my DSLR crop sensor in case I have to use my 2x Barlow lens along with the T mount. However, the same 2x Barlow and the T mount did help me to capture the motion, that is time lapse of the moon while it is moving across its axis while I was pointing my telescope onto the moon. So that footage also I have captured along the period when I was clicking those picture for the moon, like for 14-15 days. So here I share the time lapse which I have captured along with this DSLR, and the pictures which I have clicked using this kit lens and 25 mm eyepiece for you to view. You just can see the quality and the clarity it offers while you observe the moon. While exploring the astrophotography option which I can use with this telescope and my DSLR, I just came across two options. First was, is this telescope is not meant for the astrophotography as a primary function, but we can use this telescope by adjusting the size of this telescope by reducing the length of this telescopic tube by moving the mirror 1/3 of its size. But that option I did not find feasible for me, as I am not expert to do that by my own, so I just keep that option. The second option I just came across, that I can buy some extension rod or some Barlow lens which does not offer the magnification but will only offer me the space to focus my DSLR when I directly mount my DSLR with T-ring onto this eyepiece assembly. So in future I will definitely try that option with the available Barlow's or applicable extension rod which I could use compatibility with this telescope and my DSLR. So this is the setup I used to click the moon photos with my DSLR by mounting my DSLR onto separate tripod and my telescope on a separate tripod. But the problem with this setup is that you tend to move your telescope away from the camera just to track the moon, as the moon revolves around the earth, and once he moves on its axis, then you need to track the moon with moving your telescope. At that time you need to also move this tripod to align with your eyepiece assembly. So this is the only thing which is not very efficient while you clicking the photos of the moon with help of your DSLR. But I don't had any another option at that time, as I don't have the mount assembly for my mobile camera, and my DSLR itself was not offering me the correct magnification when I am using the Barlow lens. So instead of using this also, there is another option that I had tried, is by removing this lens and connecting this another T-ring onto this DSLR. This T-ring I purchased with this telescope itself, and then by removing this eyepiece and directly mounting my camera onto this eyepiece assembly. So this setup also works, but the problem with this setup is that when you move your eyepiece from the eyepiece assembly, there is no lens to focus onto the object which is being captured by your telescope. And the problem is that you also don't have your inbuilt lens onto your DSLR, as you have already moved that DSLR lens to connect your T-ring. So even though the object was visible in my screen of the DSLR, still I was not getting the correct result with respect to the clarity and with respect to the image quality at the time. So I also tried another option with respect to this, that I have this Barlow lens. So this Barlow lens is having a lens inside to focus onto the object to magnify 2x times. So this is a 2x Barlow. So what I did, I just removed this camera assembly. I connected this Barlow lens onto my T-ring, and then I inserted this Barlow lens with my DSLR onto the eyepiece assembly. So this setup does offer me the clarity of the moon as well as the magnification. But you know, as the magnification has been applied, the moon image was not getting into the screen, as this camera is of a crop sensor. So the moon was magnified too much to fit into the screen. So this setup is good for observation or clicking the photos of the moon, but if you wanted to capture the round image of the moon, this is not the right setup, as the 2x Barlow offering too much of magnification just to capture the moon. But yes, if you are planning to capture the planets, if you are planning to capture the stars, then this setup will definitely work for the telephotography, that the 2x Barlow offers the magnification, and you can adjust the focus with help of Barlow and this camera to capture the image of the stars and the planets. So this is it, guys. If you like the information which I have provided in this video with respect to the image quality of this telescope while you observe the celestial object, as well as the astrophotography option which I have explored along with this telescope. If you find this information helpful for you to understand the image quality and the observation you can get through this telescope, then you just can hit the like button. If you like my footage of the time lapse and the moon photography, then you just can comment down in the comment box. As well as if you have any further query, if you have any question, then also you can put your questions and query in the comment box. I will try to address those questions and queries as much as possible. Until we meet with another such video, stay blessed, stay connected.